who has had such a lasting impact on the business and for women who followed her that she never knew she was making. I come to Patsy Cline loving her music, but just so enthralled by her story.
It was almost like she knew, I have a path, I'm going to carve it, I'm going to get there, I'm going to do what I need to do to open doors. When Patsy came along, she really did it her way. She wore the kind of clothes that she wanted.
Lord help, where'd you get those pants?
Her personality came through. She never tried to tone it down. Demure was really not in her DNA. Definitely broke down a ton of barriers.
Where she emerged from, how she managed to navigate a business with very few allies, very few resources, if any. It's a remarkable story. It's an American story that comes from a small town, the other side of the tracks, and yet is still in our living rooms today, decades later after she's long passed. Most musicians can only hope for that type of success.
Powerful, feminine presence.
And they highly respected her. I think she demanded it. They knew not to get out of line with Miss Minnie. And that's a compliment to her.
I think she changed the entire tenor and tone of a car ride, a sound check, a backstage hang. She was ever the lady, and people noticed.
Here we are with Barbara Hall, a documentary filmmaker.
Yes, ma'am. They're very glad to be here. Thank you.
Yes, and tell us about how you got started in
Sure.
documentary.
Sure. It's kind of a funky start, and it's not a pretty traditional standard way. I was a social worker in Canada, and we decided to, a little bit on a whim, to move to Nashville. And I was fortunate that I had sung in a band, and we wrote songs, so I understood music rights.
Yes.
So I didn't get my green card right away, and my husband got his, so I couldn't work.
Yes.
So I started clearing music for film and television for people for free, just to get to know people and to get my foot in the door. And then I kind of thought this is just going to be a temporary thing, and I won't do it forever. And I fell in love with what is intellectual property and how it relates to film and television. Opened a little company, and that company's been thriving for 27 years. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then about 15 years into it, I thought, I'd like to try to make my own film.
Yes.
Got the deal, got the film made, got it financed, got it made. It was on A&E back when they did entertainment type programming.
Yes.
And it got nominated for a Primetime Emmy. So I thought, okay, I don't stink at this. That was my acknowledgement that, okay, I'm not horrible at this.
So she had something that's very hard to define. And it's just important for us to remember that and to celebrate the story that made that music happen.